think. And basically what you have here is a phraseology of the word gam, and the word which also means also. Excuse me. Uh, all right, as my voice is getting hoarse right now, I don't think there's anything to add here. She goes into a whole exposition on the word gam, and stuff like that. But it's not important for us to go into that. If I think it is, I'll come up with the exercise. Okay, the exercise is really now the English to Hebrew. The way we're going, it seems that one person has it down, and that's Hannah, and the others, the Baruch, you're catching up a little bit, and Yirmiyahu, we're certainly learning as well. So I'm going to have Hannah do a lot of reading this hour so we can at least finish more than we've been doing. All right, we're looking at page 92. To do this thing properly, read the English first, then translate to Hebrew. And then at home, I know it takes a lot of time to do this. It would be good for you to write out the sentences also in Hebrew. Don't have to write it in English, but just try to write out the Hebrew. And then when you have a chance, maybe sometime next week, just show me what you're doing so I can make a comment or two about that as well. All right, Hannah, why don't you read page 92 on top, the English first, then translate. All right, in the case of Hannah, it could be difficult with English. Rivka is a student at the university. Do you see that sentence? All right, Hannah, could you read that in English?
Yes, I know.
Okay, read it in English.
Patron Veshula wanted
No, it would be Rivka, a student teach Universidad Jerusalem.
I first wanted to read in English. If it's difficult to read in English, then we'll go strictly in Hebrew.
Rivka is a student.
No, well, Baruch, let her read.
Rivka is a student at the university in Jerusalem.
Okay, you're reading very nicely. Now translate that into Hebrew.
Rivka Talmida Talmida Rivka Talmida de Universidad in at
Okay, difficulty with that. All right, Baruch, you try to translate that into Hebrew.
Rivka, student teach Universidad Jerusalem.
Okay, stop it all there. Rivka, studentit. First of all, the word for student, a better Hebrew would be the word studentit. The word talmid, talmidah, those words are for up to the 12th grade. If you talk about college and university, the Hebrew word is student, and studentit will be the feminine singular. Studentim will be the masculine plural, and studentiot would be the feminine plural. At the university, universita is university, ha universita is the university. The bet comes along, strikes out the definite article, ba universita, ba universita. Then the word Jerusalem. The normal pointing of the bet letter. Again, this goes over stuff that we saw in Hebrew 1. The normal pointing of the so-called Bakal letters. Let's get that down again on the board. The Bakal letters are these three letters. They have three different meanings to them, but they are treated the same way when it comes to vocalization of these prefix letters in Hebrew. So the normal pointing, if we take the letter Lamed, is a shvana underneath the letter. The letter Bet, shvana underneath the letter. And so you have Bi and Li. However, you have the following rules. Let me just see if I get a pen that can write here. 1 minute. If the bet letter comes before a word that has a shvana under it, the bet is pointed with a chirik. If the bet letter comes before a definite article, you strike out the definite article, you take over the vowel. So it becomes ba. If the bet letter is affixed to a word that begins with a yud and a shvana under it, the shva cluster is there. You break it by pointing the bet with a chirik, and you drop the shvana underneath the chirik. So the final form looks like a B. So we take a look at the word Yerushalayim. I got something in my throat here. Okay. I look at the word Yerushalayim. The bet is affixed to the word Yerushalayim. There's a shva cluster. The bet is pointed with a chirik, and you drop the shvan underneath the yud. The final appearance is a long chirik. Be Yerushalayim. Be Yerushalayim. And to syllabicate the word, it's a CV. It's a CV. It's a CV. Accent over the patach, CV, and CVC for the last syllable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 syllables. Be Ru Sha La Yim. I know that's not what she's asking, but to get a full grasp of what I've been doing all semester, all year, fact, is something what we're doing right now. Be Yerushalayim. So back to our sentence again, as I'll now read it for you. Rivka is a student. Rivka studentit ba'universita b'Yerushalayim. Continue, Hannah.
היא לומדת אנגלית והיסטוריה.
How do you say literature?
היא לומדת אנגלית והיסטוריה.
Historia?
Yes.
It says here, and literature. I'm choking on something. Historia is history. Yeah, what did you say? Sifrut? Okay. Okay, sounds like safrut or sifrut. The word is sifrut. Sifrut. It's a word we saw it being as a vocabulary. I had some food for breakfast, and I guess it's caught my throat a little bit. All right, I'm going to double check now. That word literature has both spellings, sifrut and safrut. Let's take a look at Mr. Dictionary here. I know what I'm getting at, so let me just double check and see what we're going to find here. Edna Coffin uses one word, and I'm going to see what the dictionary uses. There are two words that can translate as literature. Well, one word is more formal literature, and the other one is regular type of literature. As I'm looking, where are you, Mr. Sifrut? Yeah, Sifrut is what's found here. Sifrut. Sifrut for literature, not safrut. If you find safrut with a patach anita samech, that's more literature. But regular literature, I guess accepted as the word for literature, is sifrut. Sifriya is a library, and a safran is librarian. Let's get down all those words and don't forget them. It's one way of somehow capturing vocabulary. All right, let's just do it in one logical way. First, let me clear up the board a little bit. You'll start with the word sefer. That's what I'm afraid of. These pens, they write and then they stop writing on me. Start with the word sefer. Then you take the word sifrut. Sifrut would be literature. Then you take the word sifriya. Sifriya is a library. Then you have the word safran. Safran is librarian. To make the librarian feminine, safranit. See that word safran? Add now the marker of a feminine, chirikutav. Sifriya is a feminine noun, library. Sifrut is a feminine noun. Words anyway, kamatse, chirikutav, shuriktav, segotav are feminine words. Sefer, however, is masculine. That's how you learn Hebrew. You can see all four words have the same shoresh, samech, pei, resh. And then you have the verb, misaper. In the present tense, conjugation of a PO verb, misaper, 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 misapro. Misaper is to tell a story. And it's interesting that it's not found in the Binyan Kal, but in the PO. Why so? When you tell a story, you're causing something to be impressed upon. You're being emphatic when you tell a story. All that stuff is part of the PO conjugation. Anyway, you think of English, you have to tell a story to narrate a story. Narration is a little different than to telling, I guess. Okay, we got to do this quickly now. So what we're going to do is forget about the English. Just do the translation of the Hebrew. And so far we have down, she is studying Hilomedet Anglit Visifrut. Continue Baruch.
Rafi, Gam, student,
Good.
Universidad.
Very good. Rafi is masculine. Gam is also. Rafi Gam student ba universidad. Continue.
Okay. Who Lomedet Lomed who okay, so it'd be who is he? Okay. Who Gam Lomed
Good.
languages would be support.
That's right.
Support.
Safot. Very good. He is also studying who Gam lo made. Safa is the singular. Safot is the plural. Who Gam lo made Safot. And finally, the last sentence, Baruch, they are students in the English department.
Okay. They I think that would be Atem.
Atem is you. They is not Atem.
Atem.
Not Atem.
Aim.
That's better. Haim.
Aim. Student team. Where Anglit.
Okay, Anglit would be English, but the word for department.
Will be
Okay, that's got to go back to vocabulary.
okay.
Unless Hannah, you want to tell us how do you say department? Huh? Da? Department. Ba is in the. In the ba? No.
That would be in.
Ba means in the.
Okay, but English department.
In the English department.
How do you say department?
I will in a second. Hannah doesn't have it down. I want to see if she has it here. She has it somewhere. All right. Yes, she has it. On page 78, you have that word, the department of history, and the word for the department is hug, hug, hug. Well, she has hug la historia, so this one will be hug langlit. All right, let me now explain this. Wait a minute, let me explain it. The word for department, hug. Just wait to get on the board here. All right, there's going to be a problem with this word in a second. The word that she uses is hug. The word that I was exposed to back in the day, and I use that word, is machlaka. Machlaka is department. Hug is also department. But hug has multiple meanings. Hug means circle, C-I-R-C-L-E, as in a Hug Ivri, as in a Hebrew circle. My man Jeremiah, when I ask him what he does after class, he goes to a boxing club. I know Jeremiah. I can tell the way he conveys himself in the Facebook. He also has feet that walk, feet that jump, feet that enjoy a little dancing. Anything that deals with a group is a hug. Hug rikud. If you're into dancing, enjoy dancing, my good friend Jeremiah, and there's no individual of your caliber who does not enjoy good dancing. And I ain't talking about rap dancing. I'm talking about proper dancing, holding the companion at a distance and dancing to the midnight moon. Rikud. Rikud is the word for dancing. Rikud. If you're into dancing, it's called rikud. You belong to a dance club or circle, it's called hug. Hug rikud. You like music? Hug musica. Anything that's a circle, we call a hug. She uses that word hug for the department. Okay, I guess academically, that word hug would be okay in the department. Back in my day, the word is machlaka. Machlaka is better translated as department. The problem is the word machlaka is an absolute use of the word. And so to make a department of, you have to have the kamatzeh become now pataktav, machlakat, machlakat. Machlakat. Machlakat would be department of, or machlaket even, but machlakat. The shorish of that word, machlaka, is the chet lamekuv, which means a portion, as in chelek. Chelek, the word for portion. On Passover night with the Seder meal, there are portions of different food items on that Seder plate. Chelek means a portion. So a portion means a division of something. A machlaka, department, means of the whole curriculum. There are different departments. Now machlaka is the absolute form. Machlaket or machlakat is the construct. I'm going to double check to see if the dictionary gives me the construct form as well. The normal form will be machlakat, but let me double check on this one. And if it's machleket, it shows you how certain words will have its own special form for a construct. This is to teach you, but it's also to reimburse my memory here. Okay, getting there. Yeah, machlaka translates as compartment or division. Does not use the word department, uses compartment and division, but I'm telling you it means department as well. Okay, doesn't bother to give me the construct. In fact, writes out the word as machalaka. Go figure that one out. All right, let me tell you what's going on here. The word is machlaka. You're getting a whole lesson here. This is a lesson for graduate school students. I did not hesitate to say the word machlaka. The dictionary I'm looking at spells it as machalaka. Secondary opening. That's the way it's originally spelled. That's the way the dictionary has it. With a chata patach anitachet, which implies that this mem with a patach is an open syllable, potentially closed. Originally it was closed, but that secondary opening sets in. In this case, it involves a het letter. Okay, different spellings. Spell without vowels, they both look the same. Anyway, machlaka. And chug is the word she uses. Chug. As far as the construct is concerned, if you see the word in the absolute ending with a long vowel, then the construct will be the same. Chug would be department and also department of. Okay, so back to our Hebrew sentence again. Let me pick up on that one there. They are students, same student team, Bachug L'Anglit. Bachug L'Anglit. Why ba? Because it says in the. Bechug would be in a department of English.
So the Bahu Angli,
Le Anglit.
Ba Le Angli.
No, first Bachug and then Le Anglit. Department of, that word of is like the word to. Department to English. I'm using her translation. Where did we see that word again? It's part of a vocabulary.
The department was 78.
78?
That's what you said.
Okay, let me just take a look and see what she does there. Yeah, she has the word lamed. Chug means department to, but your English doesn't say department to history, it says department of. The word of in Hebrew is only the word shell. Now, can we not say chug shell historia? No, it's used, the lamed is used here. So the lamed has multiple meanings. Lamed normally means to, to. It can also mean of, of. It can also mean for, for, depending on your English usage.
So two.
How's that?
Well, it has three uses. The lamed.
Lamed can mean of, of, for, for.
And then two.
I'm thinking of other acts that could also mean that probably. Depends on how you use your English. If I see Hugli Historia, I would first translate it to a circle or department for history. No, she writes down of history. What about to history? Normally a lamed translates as to, T-O. Like in the infinitive, to eat, to write. We use the lamed letter. Don't be surprised. Words have multiple usages and therefore multiple meanings. All right. Good morning, Rivka. How are you? Yirmiyahu, try that one. That's right.
How are you? Oh, that's
Okay, Rivka is being addressed, Ma Shlomech. The Shlomacha is masculine, how are you? And Shlomech is the feminine. Okay. In this case, it would be Shlomech, right. Boker Tov, Rivka, Ma Shlomech, how are you? And Rivka responds, Yirmiyahu, fine, thank you.
בסדר, תודה.
Good. Okay, how are things with you? Let's translate it as, how are you? Okay, Rivka was asked, how are you, Ma Shlomech? How would a male be asked? You don't say Ma Shlomech, you'll say Ma Shlom. Okay, Hannah, help him. How are you?
מה שלומך?
Ma Shlomcha. Ma Shlomcha, Yirmiyahu. Shlomecha will be the masculine, Shlomech will be the feminine, and that will be sufficient. How are things with you? It's the same thing as how are you. If you want me to translate literally how are things, Echad Dvarim Eslacha. That's not what she gives us. So don't worry about any other expression. All right, everything is fine. Baruch, everything is fine.
Kol בסדר.
Hakol Beseder, okay.
Hakol בסדר?
Again?
Hakol בסדר?
Hakol, yes, Hakol Beseder. Wait a minute. Hakol means, all right, just stop it right now. Just wait a minute. I know we're rushing, but I think I need to go slowly with this. The word kol, watch my spelling, means kol means all, A-L-L. Kol, spelled with a short kamatz, all. Hakol, spelled this way, means everything and also everyone. Hakol, everything, and also means everyone. Kol, spelled with a short kamatz, is all. Back to our sentence right now. Everything is fine.
Hakol בסדר.
That's right. Hakol, again, my translation is everything or everyone. Hakol yoshvim bakita. Everybody sits in the classroom. Everybody, hakol. Everything, hakol. Hakol bakita, hakol yoshvim bakita. If I say yoshvim, I'm referring to a plural, but everyone sits